You're looking to create a Gantt chart in Basecamp? That's a fantastic question, and it gets right to the heart of how different project management tools approach visualizing work. As a project management expert, I can tell you that understanding the strengths and limitations of your chosen platform is crucial for effective planning and execution. Let's address this directly. Basecamp does not have a native, traditional Gantt chart feature built into its core functionality. Now, before you feel disappointed, let's break down what a Gantt chart is, why it's so popular, and then explore how Basecamp helps you manage project timelines and dependencies in its own unique way. This understanding will empower you to choose the right tools and strategies for your projects, regardless of whether they offer a classic Gantt view. What is a Gantt chart, anyway? For those new to project management, a Gantt chart is a powerful visual tool that illustrates a project schedule. Imagine a bar chart where each bar represents a task in your project. Horizontal axis. This typically represents time, days, weeks, months. Vertical axis. This lists the tasks or activities in your project. Bars. The length of each bar indicates the duration of the task. The position of the bar shows its start and end dates. Dependencies. Often, lines or arrows connect tasks to show their relationships, e.g., Task B can't start until Task A is finished. Milestones. Key project checkpoints are usually marked with distinct symbols. Gantt charts are brilliant for visualizing timelines. You can see the entire project schedule at a glance. Identifying dependencies. Understanding which tasks rely on others is crucial for sequencing work. Tracking progress. You can quickly see if tasks are on schedule, delayed, or completed. Resource allocation. Though not always the primary focus, they can help visualize how tasks align with resource availability. They are particularly popular in industries with linear, phased projects like construction, manufacturing, or large-scale software development where critical path management is vital. Why Basecamp doesn't have a traditional Gantt chart. Basecamp's philosophy is rooted in simplicity, clear communication, and a less over-engineered approach to project management. Their co-founders, Jason Fried and David Heinemeier Hansen, have often articulated their belief that complex features can sometimes add more overhead than value, especially for smaller teams or projects where constant detailed planning might stifle agility. Basecamp emphasizes to-do lists, simple, actionable lists of tasks with assignees and due dates, message boards, for asynchronous communication and discussions, schedules, for shared events and milestones, docs and files, for centralized document management, check-ins, for regular, asynchronous status updates. Their approach is designed to be lightweight and accessible, avoiding the potential complexity that a fully featured Gantt chart can introduce. They believe that for most teams, a clear list of who's doing what by when, combined with effective communication, is sufficient for successful project delivery. How Basecamp manages timelines and dependencies without a Gantt. So, if you can't create a classic Gantt chart, how does Basecamp help you manage a project schedule and task dependencies? It does so through a combination of its core features. To-do lists with due dates. This is your primary tool for task management. You create clear to-do items, assign them to team members, and set due dates. While not a visual bar on a timeline, the due date indicates when a task is expected to be completed. You can sort to-do lists by due date to see upcoming tasks. To-do schedules. Within each project, the schedule tool allows you to add events and deadlines. You can add a single due date for an entire to-do list or specific events. This acts as a shared calendar, giving everyone a high-level view of key dates and milestones. It's more of a calendar view than a timeline, but it serves a similar purpose for identifying important dates. Discussions and comments for dependencies. This is where the human element of project management in Basecamp truly shines. Since there are no automated dependency links like in a Gantt chart, you manage dependencies through clear communication. In the task description, when creating a to-do, you can explicitly state, this task depends on task X being completed. In comments, when a task is complete, or if there's a blocker, team members can leave comments to inform others whose tasks are dependent on theirs. Scheduled check-ins. Regular automated check-ins can prompt team members about task status, allowing them to flag dependencies or delays. Hill charts. Basecamp introduced hill charts as their unique way to visualize project progress and uncertainty. While not a Gantt chart, it's a powerful visual tool for understanding the state of work. Each hill represents a piece of work, a project, a phase, or a major deliverable. You move a marker along the hill. Climbing the left side means you're figuring things out, research, planning. Reaching the peak means you're building/doing the work, and descending the right side means you're tying up loose ends and nearing completion. This isn't about specific dates, but about where you are in the journey and the confidence level in completing the work. It helps teams understand if they're still in the fuzzy ideation phase or well into execution. When Basecamp's approach is best. Basecamp's methodology is incredibly effective for teams prioritizing simplicity and ease of use, projects with fewer, larger milestones rather than hundreds of interconnected tiny tasks, teams that excel at clear, asynchronous communication, organizations that value trust and autonomy over strict oversight of every task, creative projects, content creation, small to medium business operations, and internal team coordination.